Today we are taking a look at my updated mini twist tutorial. If you are new here, you are very much welcome. Please subscribe. And if you have been here for a while, you are very much welcome back. And thank you for being a part of the girl family. So let's get right to it. My hair has been stretched with a blow dryer, and now what I'm going to do is to show you how I part it. I really believe that the secret to having really nice looking twists is to have your parts as neat as possible. So I part them really nicely. I really take my time with this, and I'm just going to show you how I go about it. Since I'm going to be doing the twists myself, I prefer to have the parts done beforehand so that I don't have to keep going back and forth trying to get neat parts. So I make sure that I have them way before I have to do the twist. So this is how I go about it. I make the part and then I separate that part so that it's out of the way. So you can use clips if your hair is not this long, or make a knot just like I'm doing if your hair is long enough. You can also see that I'm using this afro comb because it has like really pointed teeth, and those make it really easy to do the parts. So I make my parts on the entire section that I am working on at that time, so that when I start, I will be doing a whole section and getting done with it. So this is how it goes. Keep watching. The next step is coming up in a little bit. Now that my parts are done, I'm going to take one part at a time, and then I'm going to part it again into smaller sections for my twists. And before I do that, I apply a little bit of my moisturizer. This is the only product I use for my mini twists. And yes, this is because I really like my hair to be as light as possible, because it really gets weighed down with product easily, and because I want to keep this hairstyle for at least 4 to 8 weeks, I need it to be as light as possible. So you've seen how I pat them. This is how I do it, and I pin up the rest, or I clip them up and then just work on one section at a time. When starting to twist, the first thing I make sure to do is to make sure that the two individual strands are as how do I say it? Are as equal as possible. Like, I really try not to have one strand thicker than the other. That way I'll have to borrow hair from the other one later, which will give me a lot of trouble when detangling my hair when I finally remove the twist. So I don't do that. So this is how it goes. Don't worry, I will explain my twisting technique to you in a little bit. Once I get to the end of the twist, or a few inches to the end of it, I just twirl the hair around my fingers, and note that I haven't added any extra product. I'm just using the product that was already on my hair, and I am twirling my fingers around it until it forms that little curly thing going on there. Yeah, so let's fast forward this and then we move on to the next section, and I will explain a little bit better. I am applying my moisturizer on this section, Just making sure that all of my hair is coated really nicely. And then I will go on ahead and take my comb and start parting. So that's my first part. And like I said, you remember I said that I like them to be really neat, and I really take my time with that. And I really hope that you can see that with this. I keep parting and getting the sections out of the way because I'm going to work on them separately. But as you can see, this is what I meant, that I prepare my hair for the twisting beforehand. So I'm going to go on ahead and just section the entire part until I'm done, and then I will go on ahead and start twisting. So here you can see how I get them out of the way. So I'm going to get 6 twists out of this section, and I get them out of the way so that the parted hair does not interfere with the other parted hair, if that makes any sense. Yes, so I'm going ahead and getting them out of the way, and then I'll just start twisting. So here I can really show you how I go ahead with my twists. I first of all make sure that I get 2 equal parts. Of course, getting everything out of the way so that it stays neat. That's like really important for me. Yes, so I section it into 2, and I try my best to make them as equal as possible. And then what you need to note is that I am not twisting the individual sections before twisting them together. I am just twisting my hair without twisting the individual hair strands first. I hope that makes sense. And then what's also really important when twisting is to watch your pressure, because if you use different pressure all on one twist, you will see it. You will see it being a bit fuller or thicker on some sides and thinner in some areas. So you have to make sure that you're using the same pressure. And I think this one really comes with practice, and then you will just see, okay, this works, this doesn't. You will know exactly which pressure is perfect if you want which kind of twist. Yes, so I hope that makes sense. Yeah, and then once again, when I get towards the end of the twist, I will either add some moisturizer or not, depending on how much I had before, and then I'm just going to twirl my fingers around that hair until it forms a curl, and then we're done. I'm moving on to the next section, and here you can see exactly how I twist. Like, you can really see my technique a little bit better. Literally, I am not twisting the individual twists before twisting the individual strands before twisting them together. I think that really helps me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me in the comments how you do it and how it works best for you. But I really find that this method works great for me, and it also really helps with not having too much to detangle because my hair doesn't mat a lot when I use this method. Now you can see why I find this method of parting really handy. It's because it makes work a lot easier. So I just part once and then twist once and then I am done. If you want, you can literally do this for the entire section and then you will have it really easy because then the only thing you have to do is just twist. I find that really easy. I find that time saving, and if you're doing it alone, it's just much easier. Then you can focus on doing other things like watching a Netflix series or watching a movie or whatever, just not having to spend too much time worrying about what your parts would look like. So we're almost done with this section. And we're going to speed it up so that you don't have to watch the entire thing again. I think by now you have gotten an idea of how I go about it. Oh, I love them. I really, really love these twists. Yes, so now I'm just speeding things up because you've already seen how I go about it, and I don't want to bore you doing my entire twist here the whole time. And we are done. We are done. So this is going to be, or rather it was, because I already undid this twist. It was my hairstyle for a whole 8 weeks. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I really love the versatility. I love mini twists. I've been doing mini twists for a very long time, and they're really my go-to hairstyle. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to share, feel free to leave a comment, feel free to subscribe, and also to turn on the notification. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.